Brujas, and welcome back to my channel. If you have been around before, and welcome back. Welcome if you're new. As usual, it's your girl Mohi, the Pastel Bruja, aiding you on your spiritual journey, one pastel post, podcast, YouTube video, however I can get it to you at a time. And today I'm here with a quick video. I don't want to really call it an unboxing, but we are going to take a look at this deck. This is my grandmother's deck that she used from, well, this one in particular is very old. There are a few decks that she uses. This is the one that she would use on a regular basis. I'm gonna go ahead and rip this off because I know they're gonna come off, but yes, so it's very old. As you can see, the box is in interesting condition, but she uses the Spanish tarot deck. I believe it is still based on, I think it's still based on the Rider-Waite, based on an original tarot deck from 1736. Okay, I can't tell you when this deck actually came out. This is old, and I know that my grandmother always had a problem finding the deck, so she does have a couple that are in like good condition because a client found them for her and just bought her, I think, 2 more decks. But this is her old deck. This is not the deck she was using during like right before she passed. That one is still at my dad's house. I'm going to pick it up along with a couple of other things that I have to pick up the next time I'm in New York, because I just had no space to bring all of this spiritual supplies that I have now, I guess, inherited. But I will be sharing the all of that stuff with you guys because, one, it's a very emotional process for me, but I also think it is a very interesting process for y'all to see my heritage when it comes to my heritage, I guess, my background, my family background when it comes to witchcraft. So like I said, this is the Spanish tarot deck. It is very old, so it does have like this beige backing. Let's find a card that looks better. A beige backing with florals on it. As you can see, this deck has been through hell and back. My grandma had used this one for a while and then retired it for the one that she was currently using when she passed. But it is modeled after the Rider-Waite. You can see here with the major arcana, that is the Devil card. Some of them are also in Spanish. I think everything is in Spanish and English. So this is Judgment, and it does say it in Spanish on the bottom. A lot of the artwork is fading. When I get the more pristine deck, I will show y'all that one as well, and we can do a comparison. But the artwork is very traditional. It has pretty much the same artwork that you will see on the older Rider-Waite decks. This is the Death card, even though it doesn't say death on it. That is the Death card. I have seen these cards so many times in my childhood that I know without, like, this is what the wands look like in this deck. There's no guidebook. I don't know if it came with one, but there's no guidebook here at this time. This is what the cups look like. I also have the Ace of Cups here. It's the cups. And let's find, oh, these are the swords. That's what the swords look like. And that was weird. That kind of looks like a word right here for a second. We have the swords, and these are the pentacles. I wish I could find another pentacles card. Look at this wands. Lord, just missing pieces. I will not be using this deck just because it is so worn, and it is something, this is what the pentacles look like. It is something that I want to keep for as long as possible, if not forever. Here we got more pentacles. Like I said, this is the deck that she was using when I was younger. These are the same cards I was grabbing with little tiny baby Moki hands off of her dresser and off of her bed and table when she would read other people. And it's definitely reflected. Funny enough, when my grandmother got her new deck, a lot of her clients were like, no, I don't want the new deck. I want you to read me on the deck that you've been reading. with for years. So she would occasionally still pull this deck out, like for her long-time clients that actually cared about it. But that's partially why it looks so distressed, to say the least. But it's still a really pretty, simple, dainty deck. The reason that my grandmother loved this deck is because she felt like the Rider-Waite was too descriptive in its cards and how it looks, and that it would really scare some of her new clients and even some of her longtime clients. Like the artwork itself would speak and say things that she was not saying, and it was hard to deter them from those messages when they're seeing such vivid descriptive imagery. Me personally, I don't think the Rider-Waite deck does have such descriptive imagery. It's the deck that I learned on. It's the first deck that she gave me. I just think in her experience she was called to a different deck, and this was the one. It's very pretty. I love just feeling them, and looking at them right now is just bringing back so many memories of her reading other people. The first time that she read me was a few years ago with these cards. So it's just very emotional, but also very happy to have something like this passed down. I also am going to be getting her reading cloth. My dad had to go pick it up from the rehabilitation center where she was, because she even brought her cards and her tarot cloth there. So my dad had to pick it up, and he just didn't go while I was in New York. So I'll be having that as well, and I can't wait to show that to you. I'll give y'all the whole story about that cloth when I have it. But I wanted to share with y'all this deck, the deck that sparked my tarot journey, that carried my grandmother's tarot journey, and just really share this moment with you. And just, it's a reminder that your cards don't always have to be pristine and pretty to work. I'm pretty sure that someday my Midnight City Tarot deck will look just like this, because you just use the deck that you love. And I just wanted to share the deck that my grandmother loved with y'all. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to end it here, because that's really all I have to say. There's the shuffleability that I usually do is let y'all know how the shuffling is. I know it's going to be sticky. Like, I love you, Mimi, and I love this deck, but I'm going to give this shuffleability like a 4, and that's being nice, because they kind of stick together. As you can see, they don't even... Oh, okay, well, we'll do that. Mimi was like, you're going to end this unboxing without a message. So that was you guys got to see that on camera. So since this doesn't have a guidebook, we're gonna go based off of my knowledge and my notes. We have the Strength card appearing reverse. That's a message saying to turn your strength inward, to focus your energy, your time, your effort on yourself, to just really take some time and fill your own cup and focus on your needs and your path and your goals. It's coming off as a lot of us have been pouring into other people's cups. A lot of us have been helping everyone else but ourselves, and Spirit is just saying, take a break from doing all of that. We might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed from doing all of that, and just take some time to not only find our inner strength, but replenish our inner strength, to replenish our cup, to fill our cup, to make sure we're doing okay, to fill us up with self-care. Now I'm gonna have to count these cups, because you guys know I'm terrible with Roman numerals. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have the 7 of cups, and then we have the 9 of cups. Love it. 7 of cups. I love. First of all, let's talk about how different the cups are, because we're usually used to like these gold chalices, but this is just different to look at. But nonetheless, we have the 7 of cups here, which is just saying, you know, it's always talking about options, us having the choice, us having different opportunities in front of us, and just making sure that we take the time to weigh the options and figure out what the best choice is for us. Because just because we have a lot of choices and a lot of options doesn't mean we have to take them all. We can just focus our energy on the ones that are important, the ones that we feel like align us, align with us and push us forward to what it is that we want to do. We also have the Nine of Cups appearing, which is talking about things coming to fruition, wishes coming true, you realizing your path, you're utilizing your gifts, right? And it's just take a moment, once again, like the Strength reverse is saying, to fill yourself up before we get thrown into these Seven of Cups opportunities. And it's going to require a lot of our time, energy, and effort, but really pat yourself on the back, treat yourself to some self-care, and really reward yourself for getting all of the stuff you needed to get done and for these goals that you have now achieved. And if it hasn't happened yet, we're on the verge of it. That's why Spirit is telling us to get our strength in check and treat ourselves to some self-care so that we could be rested and replenished before we have to finish the long haul at the end of the race. I hope you enjoyed this video, Brujas. I hope you enjoyed this impromptu message from Mimi and her cards, because that was just very interesting how they popped out. But nonetheless, I love y'all, and I'm happy to share this with y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. As usual, stay beautiful, keep shining, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.